What's up, you doucheburgers and vermicious canids? It's your boy Rob, and apparently, I'm an asshole. This one's pretty special, and it's a little long, so I'm not going to take up too much of your time doing a little intro, but like, comment, subscribe, yada, 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 and we read Am I the Asshole? Submissions and find out if somebody's an asshole. If somebody's not an asshole, if everybody sucks, or if no one sucks at all. When I say we, I mean me and this annoying ass cat, but otherwise it's me reading because he doesn't know English, I think. So let's get into it. Dear Am I the Asshole? First of all, please change my name since I don't want to be identified. No problem. Your name is Goop. What's up, Goop? 2 New Year's Eves ago, that's a lot, my sister, who we'll call B, invited my husband C and I to come visit her and her husband in New York City for New Year's Eve. I thought it was sweet of them to ask, so I said yes, even though it was going to be at least $1,000 in plane tickets and we'd be coming straight from Christmas traveling, which is also expensive. I knew we would have our 10-pound mini Dachshund D with us, but I explained for the few days we were there, I'd arranged to have her stay at a dog sitter's in New York City. This is because B and her husband have 3 cats and they just moved and said the cats have anxiety and she didn't want D there. Fine, no problem, but again, this added to the expense. My husband C and I arrived at B's place in NYC with D. Trying to trick me up with these letters. And it's really late at night. So B had given us permission to let D stay over for their first night, and I'd take her to the sitter in the morning. I put D in the guest room where we'll be staying and close the door so she won't bother the cats. Now, D is a very sweet, mellow dog, obedient, calm, well-trained, not noisy. We all go to bed. Of course, I took D out to use the bathroom, and during the night, one of the cats somehow gets into our room. No drama, D was non-reactive, the cat slept under our bed all night, and D slept in the bed with us. Next morning comes and I leave to take D to the dog sitter, which it turned out was in Morningside Heights. Being unfamiliar with NYC, I was a little uneasy with the apartment and street we pulled up to. It was a not very nice area. The apartment was even worse. The dog sitter was nice enough, but she had 3 of 4 small dogs locked in their crates or in a 3-foot circular playpen that was really just another optional cage. I was uncomfortable and heartsick to leave D there, honestly. But I didn't have another choice, it being a holiday weekend and there were no other options for dog sitters left. So I reluctantly left D at this tiny studio apartment, if you would call it that, with stuff overflowing from every corner, couch, and surface that was generally filthy and run down, knowing that D would not have a very nice time, but I told myself it was just 3 days. We go back to Sister B's and have a nice night, though I was worried about D. Then we started to get the obligatory pictures from the sitter, and D looked absolutely traumatized and depressed.
I have a stranger. There's a dog named D.
There was kibble poured on the floor in a big pile. She was hunched over, tail tucked. The pictures just got worse and worse. Was it abuse? No. But I felt more and more guilty and gut-wrenched that D was there, scared and lonely, wondering if we were ever going to pick her up again. Wow. So the following afternoon, I couldn't take it anymore and begged my sister to please let D come stay with us, that I would keep her quietly in the bedroom the whole time and then just take her out for walks, that she wouldn't have an opportunity to stress out the cats. And besides, the cats didn't even seem to notice her the first night. D said no. I begged more. She said, I just don't think it's going to work. That, to me, was just so uncaring. I love my dog just as much as she loves her cats. I was totally fuming that she could see the miserable pictures of D coming through and not have pity for her. And besides, the cats had totally been unbothered by her. In the end, I couldn't stomach leaving D there a second night. My husband and I got a last-minute New Year's Eve weekend hotel that allowed dogs. The hotel was gross and cost us $1,000 on top of what we already spent for the airfare and everything else. Oh my gosh. In the end, it was worth it not having D living miserably at the sitters, but it was beyond not worth to go visit my sister. I'm still pissed about it to this day. So, am I the asshole for asking my dog to stay and being mad at B when she couldn't? Or is B the asshole? Signed, Goop. Thank you, Goop, for this. This is great. No, not the asshole at all. And here's the thing. To each their own. A lot of people are like, you can't compare kids and pets. And I disagree. A lot of people have pets that are family members that have been in their family and they're there for years. So this is like leaving your child. Now, I do have a child and I did have a pet. Now, I mean, Oh, good. He's not bothering me now. This guy, he's cool. Love him. But he's annoying as hell. But it's family. If anything happened to him, I'd lose my mind. It's crazy that if I asked you to come somewhere to visit, knowing you have a pet, child, or familiar, fill in the blanks, it's late, I have to take that into account. So if I'm asking you to come over, say for instance, you had an allergy to the cats, then what would you do? You'd still have to spend money. And they want you to come there. And it's a nice gesture, but at the end of the day, you have to make accommodations for me if that's the case. If you're saying, oh, you can stay with us. Well, I don't know what to do with my dog. Oh, well, then your dog's got to go to some hellhole in Morningside Heights. First of all, being a former New Yorker, or I don't know if it ever leaves your system or some shit like that. Hell nah. And if you're leaving the dog there and the dog is tail tucked and there's other dogs and it's just going to be in a crate, it's like some shitty beginning to a Disney movie. No, hell no. Where I feel like B should have been more accommodating. That's not fair. That's not fair. And the dog is quiet. You said quiet, obedient, not noisy. The cats didn't give a shit. There's no compromise. So you're not You're not the asshole at all. Your sister, yeah, just a little bit. A lot of it. Your sister's an asshole for that one. No offense, Goop. I'm pretty sure Boop is a nice person every other way around. But this time, no. Also, New Year's Eve in New York is a pain in the butt. It's a cool gesture to do one time. But for all that hassle, all that money, it's just too much. At 16 years old, me and my friends went out to New York City. We lived in New York. Me and my friends went to Times Square to see the ball drop. Now, no one told us. Now, we're native New Yorkers. No one told us that if we wanted to see the ball drop and get a good area, that we would have to leave at least 4 p.m. to wait 8 hours just to watch some glass disco ball slowly slide down a pole that you can't even see up all the way anyways. You just got to look from a distance. Also, it's sectioned off and it's all some other shit. So we ended up just going to Hooters. We ate some wings. No comment on the quality of the wings. We saw some boobs, and also no comment on the quality of the boobs. But yeah, and then we went outside and there was TVs everywhere, but it was freezing cold and it was annoying and there was people everywhere, and I don't know. I think I developed anxiety just living in New York around a bunch of assholes. So now I come here and I'm exotic. New Year's Eve, it's just cold and frustrating and jam-packed and annoying. I'm getting PTSD. Wow. But, to make you do all of that, you got the plane tickets and Christmas traveling and then your dog. And then having to make you spend money on your dog. I think, yeah, your sister's an asshole for that one. I don't know. This is a great story because there's a lot of stuff recently that I've been going through dealing with sisters and how sometimes they can be unaccommodating. I ain't gonna go into my own shit. This is about y'all. But, in this case, I really feel like they could have done a little bit more for your dog. Very obedient. 10 pounds? That's not even that big. It's like this? That's ridiculous. Yeah, your sister's an asshole for that one. You're not an asshole. And next time New Year's Eve comes around, there is nothing special about New York. I'm so sorry. You can just view it on TV and see that everybody's freezing over there. And what do you got? Ryan Seacrest and Anderson Cooper, and they're making the blandest jokes this side of Wonder Bread, and it's really just a slow bloated stripper ball, just 3, 2. It's whack. So next time, have them come out to LA. I'm just assuming LA because I'm in LA now, because it's beautiful, y'all. I would just say, leave your dog. No, just don't go back to New York. What the fuck? Sorry, New Yorkers, but, it's too close to Jersey. You know how much we love Jersey. And that's how you do it. You send me something, I say something. It's an even exchange. I mean, mind you, your exchange is you type it, and then I just get to spew some, constructive bile your way. But that's how it works. And keep them coming. I like these stories. These are very interesting. These show me that I don't have it that bad. But my cat does. So, Like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Tell your friends about it. Tell your friends that there's this joik who likes to say shit on the internet like everybody else does. But you should subscribe to him because he's handsome-ish or some shit like that. I don't know. Anyways, catch you guys later.